Well, welcome back to our three-part series, God and the Enneagram, how the lost childhood messages actually point us back to God. Today, we're going to talk about the Heart Triad, and I'm very excited to welcome back Reverend Dr. Kimberly Majeski. Hey, friends, and welcome to the Living Well Enneagram Podcast. I'm your host, Jen Stanley, and around here we talk about the Enneagram, real life, and what it means to grow and live well. Stick around to be inspired by real people, real stories, and real life application of Enneagram wisdom.
Thank you. Good to be
All
back.
right. Yes. Okay. So we're going to move to the Heart Triad now, and we're going to start with Enneagram 2.
Okay.
The lost childhood message of the 2 is that you are wanted. I am wanted just for who I am, not because I'm helping, not because I'm running around meeting everybody else's needs here, not because I'm useful, but because I am. Just because I am wanted just for who I am, not because I'm running around doing all these things for other people.
Mm-hmm.
So where would that take you?
Well, I think we've talked about the Mary and Martha story and Jesus' sort of interaction with them. These are the two sisters of Lazarus.
Mm-hmm.
They're wealthy sisters of Lazarus. And Jesus in the Gospel of John visits with them a couple times. They live in Bethany, which is just outside of Jerusalem. We can imagine these are either sisters who are widowed or who never married, but they live with their brother. And they hear Jesus, and the whole entourage is coming. And so Martha gets busy doing all the things that need to be done to prepare for a household of people. We've traveled around the world. We'd have no concept in our fast food American life
Mm-hmm.
of how long it takes to kill and pluck and prepare food.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a whole experience. And the women of this day worked from sunup till sundown, cooking and preparing and making a household.
And they had to do it all ritually responsibly as Jewish women too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a whole nightmare, if I may.
Yeah. Sounds like
Uh,
it.
If I had been confined to that world, I wouldn't have made it very long. And so we see here Jesus come in, and the story talks about how Martha says, tell my sister to help me. Um, Mary, here's Jesus is coming, and Mary just decides she's going to do the thing that feeds her soul. She sits down at the feet of Jesus, and she's going to listen to what the teacher has to say. And I love this because Mary, in doing this, enters male space, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't, as the women, get to sit in here with the rabbi and hear the teaching,
Right.
You should be out helping do the things of the household. And the word in the Greek there is Jesus says to Martha, you have so many, the word is merimnao, and I know this by heart because I have it too. It's called anxious cares.
Anxious cares.
You have too many anxious cares. He says, Mary has chosen what's right. So what you see in this is, Mary, who has situated herself at the feet of Jesus to be with Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
and Jesus redirecting Martha. I don't think he is chiding her. I don't think he is disciplining her because she's doing things that are, ill-advised. She's doing the normal things that you had to do. But he's saying, come out of the kitchen. I want you in here too. I want you to be with me. I want you to commune with me. And we'll worry about who's getting a turkey later. Do you know?
Right.
She kind of has this construct that says, I want to honor you by doing the things that need to be done. And you need to make Mary help me do these things because these are the things that need to happen. And those things need to happen. People come to your house, you got to have food. Somebody's got to cook for all these men.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus says that's not really what I care about. You're opening your home to me, and maybe we'll have food and maybe we won't, but we'll be together.
Yeah.
And what I want is you, your attention, your presence, your dialed inness, your connectedness, and just time with you.
Yeah, and I wonder if he's even saying that the anxious cares are not necessary here. Like,
No.
I just want you. I
They
just
keep
love
us away.
Yeah, they just keep us like they put a barrier between us and
do.
that perfect friendship communion, with God. So the Enneagram 2s have probably often related to this Martha. Like, she gets tagged as an Enneagram 2, pretty often, and because she's serving other people and she's kind of getting angry that other people aren't helping. And like that's 2-like behavior. But I don't want to I want the 2s to hear in our conversation the fact that, like, Jesus wasn't about any of that. He was just like, I love you, and I just want you to be with me. And that's all that's required here. I think
Right.
that's a really beautiful thing for the 2s to remember.
Yeah, it's
So
good.
it's awesome. So the lost childhood message for the Enneagram 3, of which we both share this number. The lost childhood message for the Enneagram 3 is that you are loved and worthy without achieving anything, without performing well, without getting things done. It's just, you are worthy and you are loved for who you are, not for who you think you need to be successful. Now, I've added words in there. So the simple ways you are worthy. I find this, I'm just going to be really honest here. I find that the more I dig into my Enneagram number and the more I line it up with my spiritual life, the brighter the yellow highlighter pin gets on the fact that I am constantly trying to earn. I'm constantly trying to earn my way into love and worthiness. And so I'm very curious where that takes you as a 3 and as a biblical scholar.
Yeah, it takes me to one of my life passages, that is home for me, like a place that I live in and have before I knew I was a 3 or that this was my problem.
Yes.
But it is the Psalm 139. Search me and know my heart, see if there be any wicked way in me. It is this courtroom scene. And what is happening here is the psalmist is being accused. So this is a person who's talking about other voices who are criticizing, who are making comments, who have notes about who he or she is. And this person is saying, God, you're the one who has searched me and know me. You're the one who I trust to tell me who I am. You knit me together in my mother's womb. You saw my unformed substance. I don't know about you, Jennifer. I don't want anybody to ever see my unformed substance, right? I want to be primped and proper and beautiful and perfect every second of the day. And this picture is no. Like you're the God who sees you see when I go in and when I come out. You see when I lie down and when I go. You're the person who knows me. And you say, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. And so God, help me hear your voice. You who know who I am. Your voice telling me I am loved, I am beautiful, I am precious, I am worthy. And let me turn the volume down on the other voices and what they have to say.
That's beautiful. And I haven't looked at that particular passage in that way. Something about when you said, when I lie down and when I rise, like that particular hearing of it for me this time was a little bit deeper, because it is that idea that you get all the behind the scenes.
Yes. Yeah.
And yet you still think that I'm okay.
Yeah.
And that's really, really cool.
Not just okay, fearfully and wonderfully made, right? That's not just okay. That's worthy of the love of God. And you can't get any better than that.
No, you cannot. Hey there, listeners. let's stay in touch. I have an email list and I would love to have you on it. As part of my weekly email, you're going to get to vote on what episodes you want to see coming next. I also have special discounts and sales just for the people on my email list. And of course, you'll never miss an episode because I'll make sure and send you a reminder. Whew! Okay, well, let's go to the 4 now. The missing childhood message of the 4 is that I see you, I know you. Mm-hmm. You are so known. Mm-hmm. Because a 4 lives in the world of feeling misunderstood all the time. Mm-hmm. Even the best of us that, we lead with curiosity and trying to know them and trying to see them, for the beautiful, unique soul. Yes. A 4 feels misunderstood all the time. Mm-hmm. And so that deepest desire, missing childhood message is that I am seen, I am known, mm-hmm. I am understood.
Yeah. So that calls me to another one of my favorite narratives in all of Scripture, and that is the narrative about Hagar, or Hagar, if you're from Nashville, Tennessee. But it's, she's an Egyptian slave woman who Abraham and Sarah bring out with them when they leave Egypt. And she's enslaved in their house, and she serves Sarah. And when Abraham and Sarah aren't able to have a baby, the very natural thing is you give your husband your maidservant, because you have to produce a child somehow, some way. And so Hagar becomes with child, and Sarah begins to mistreat her because she's jealous, right? She can't give her husband a child. So they aren't getting along well, and Hagar runs away. This is tantamount to suicide in the ancient world, because she's running out into the wilderness. Mm. There's no food, there's no water, there's animals, there's, bad actors. Anything could have happened to an unprotected woman out in the wilds of nature. And she's sort of laid down and ready to give up her life. And the angel of the Lord comes to her and says, dry your eyes, go back, you're going to be okay. And she's told she's going to have a son, and he's going to be great. She has hope in her future and what God is going to make of her story. And so in this scripture, in Genesis, is the first place where anyone names God. And it is this sex slave out of Egypt who is trying to commit suicide, who says these words. And she calls God El Roi, which is the God who sees.
I have chills. I love knowing that she's the first person that names God.
I know. And in a corpus, in a canon where most of the stories are written by men and about men, it is no small thing that she's remembered as that person. The witness of her narrative is a powerful thing for us to take forward with us, because that didn't just happen.
Yeah. And I like that God's first naming was the God who sees. The God who sees me.
Yeah. Wherever you are, whatever you've done, whatever your situation is, whatever you're struggling with, this inner voice, this inner child, God sees you right where you are, just as you are.
Yeah, and I would say to the 4, there was all kinds of misunderstanding surrounding Hagar's situation.
That's right.
Sarah was misunderstanding her. I mean, who knows? She was in a very misunderstood situation for sure, and yet God met her in that and says, I see you. Dry your eyes. Go back. I've got you. I see you. I know you. I understand you. That's so good. All right. We'll be back next week with the Thinking Triad 5, 6, and 7, and how the Enneagram and the lost childhood message points us back to God. I just want to encourage you to share this episode with an Enneagram 2, 3, or 4 who may need this specific encouragement today.